Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ACL Call of Duty League Playoffs match. It is currently 1-1 between these two teams as we're entering into map 3 uplink on a Biolab. Of course, it is Plantronics.Mindfreak taking on Uproar.iGnitionZ here in this match where, once again, as I mentioned, it's 1-1. Mindfreak taking out the hard point, iGnitionZ taking out the search and destroy. Both close matches in their own regards, but we are on to this uplink game time, of course, as we are going to be seeing the other squad of Mindfreak trying to go in for that early point. Unfortunately, just missing the throw-in was Dens, and you are going to be having that ball now reset as well over, of course, onto that blue snow. It will go as the both squads will try to set all their players there to try and meet up in the middle and try and get that control for themselves as well. Players dropping from either way, but is IG dropping 4 players for themselves. That's going to be Dens now picking this one up, and we did see, of course, in the last in the first match of the day, you know, Dens getting a couple of good throw-ins as well from the other squad. You know, against their team, you know, he was getting all those throws in that he's got. I believe he got 3 or 4 for 4, something like that, for every long-range throw that he actually did. So he was going pretty well with that. Unfortunately, already breaking his record already, missing the first throw of the game that he got an opportunity to, and Hydra being able to get that first 1-point throw in for themselves as well. Of course, remember, this is an elimination round. You lose and you are knocked out of the playoffs bracket, as it is currently the loser bracket of this competition. We are seeing the other squad of IG looking to retrieve this ball once again, you know, passing it over now to Bakabek. Bakabek going over the top of the blue is going to be contested there by 1 as Hydra picks this one up. Hydra's able to just loop it on through, and that is teamwork just right there. Being able to pass it once, pass it twice, get that ball in, alley-oop it up, and be able to make it 3 points to 0 right here. They're doing a great job for themselves as you have the squad of Bakabek, squad of IG, consisting of Bakabek. I was going to say trying to go ham as he got 1 kill, but he got taken out there by a second. Asera takes down Dens, as you do have them now rotating over once again to try and get control of this satellite drone. You have them looking over into purple. Players coming out through a little bit of a flank there as Mindfreak. You have Fighter on a 2 streak, make that 3. Entering into purple himself, of course, is going to have 1 player there to try and assist him over onto that blue side. Of course, that was Dens. They've cleared out that half of the map now. Now they're going to be pushing on through to the front side of things, and they might be looking to long reset this one. As you can see there, it isn't going to be long reset, but rather thrown all the way outside through the elbow, rolling back through the mountain, and coming on back from there, and that's actually going to be Killerpie who's going to retrieve that one. He might be looking to actually pass this ball around, of course, to his teammate of Bakabek, as Bakabek pushes on forth to the other side of blue. Now, the point of that was that his teammate will turn around and contest the player, and Bakabek was going to be ideally able to just run on through and try and go in for a capture, but he had 2 players there to contest, 1 over on blue, 1 over onto that snow side. Of course, both Mindfreak players winning those gunfights and denying IG the opportunity to run forth with that objective in hand. Now, right now, you're going to be having yellow, of course, being dropped down over onto the map. The ball is now going to be passed over to Shock. Shock is now going to jump in. Mindfreak secure their first 2 points of the board as they make it 3 points to 2. Now, of course, with yellow now dropping, it changes a different dynamic over onto the map because you have a lot more cover when you're pushing over to that side of things. So it is going to be quite an interesting change for these players pushing on through into this one. But either way, 90 seconds still remaining in this first half. We are going to be having the other squad of IG getting control of this one. They were, I mean, that was meant to be a pass over onto his teammate. Unfortunately, he had timed it a little bit too late. Not that he really had much of a choice to. And, whoa, the interception there to Fighter as he runs on through over onto this red side. Of course, he's going to be 3 rounds to 2. 1 minute 10 on the clock right here. And we are going to be having Buzzard on the, I was going to say on the 2-point objective grind, but it doesn't seem like he was going to be on the chance to be able to do so, as he's going to have the drone still dropped in that area. Bakabek's going to take his own life to be able to secure that drone resets back to itself, as you're going to be having Killerpie now. Going to be trying to get a couple of kills with the help of the gas containers, as CoD Vision can show you, and the minimap player just circling all around right here. Kill feed just lighting got up like crazy from both these two blue teams. Blue players dying, red players dying, everyone's dying right here in this uplink game with only 1 point the difference. 34 seconds still remaining here in this half of play right now. We do have the other squad of IG going to be looking to push on through. That is going to be Killerpie pushing on forward over onto the Biolab, of course, getting a couple of nades over to Ice and Orange as he moves on forward with the melee. We'll be able to get 1, moving on forward over onto 5 right here. He'll have his teammate there to assist. He passes that ball over, but his teammate does die. The ball does drop as he picks this one up. He's looking to pick this one up. Ball has rolled a little bit forward. It doesn't doesn't factor that one in, and it does misjudge that one as he gets taken down. His teammates get taken down as well. Fighter's going to be able to pick that one up. Fighter's going to be just passing it over to Shock. Shock's not going to have enough time to do anything with it, even though he tries to throw it all the way across the map. And yeah, that is going to be the first half done. And we are going to be having the second half going to be coming on up. But for those who are watching the stream, you know, who do you think will take this one out? You know, we're in an interesting situation right now where, you know, we're currently at 1-1. We have the scores 1 point the difference between the two. We have these guys, you know, sitting with 5 minutes still remaining in the second half. The sides are going to swap, of course, and some teams, you know, going to factor in their good sides and their bad sides and whatnot. But we still have 5 more minutes of action left in this uplink on Biolab. It's going to be interesting to see how things factor out. For those wanting to put your predictions and thoughts and whatnot, feel free to tweet at ACL Pro, use the hashtag ACL CoD League, or just post in the stream chat to the right of the video. All are appreciated right there. You have the kill feed lighting on up early to announce the start of this half. We have a player over on that green catwalk, just being a little bit sneaky right there. Hysteria taking down a fighter, as we do have Killer Pie going to no, he's going to die. I was going to say he's going to be making some plays there with the melee action. I was predicted that wrong. That's okay. 3 of the players from IG have been taken down, though, as Hysteria is just trying to hold the fort down on this one as his teammates respawn, of course, not using that last suppressor for himself, so every double jump does appear on the map at the same time. He's going to be moving on forward to try and contest over on Fighter as Killer Pie takes down Dens as well. The drone has been reset. Hysteria picks that one up. He'll rotate over forward, and we are going to be having Back-a-Beck now pushing on forward to maybe to the kill, maybe not. No, misses the shots, and yep, he's going to die. As Hydro now clearing on forward, is going to be throwing the ball over onto the snow side of things. Try. The intention of that was to try and clear that one out as they moved on forward. And of course, you might have missed that earlier on with Mindfreak being able to secure themselves a 3rd point here on the board for themselves as well. So that ties up the overall scoreline. 3 points apiece right here as Dead's looking to clean something up. It does seem like there's just a slight FPS lag as we just watch his movement, but that is okay because we're going to go back on board there with Fighter, as you know, we do see him rotating over through to the generator side. Going to go in for that 2-point capture. Nothing can stop him as he goes off the map to his own death. It was worth it. I'm pretty sure he'd agree that it was pretty worth it right there as he gets the 2-point lead there for Mindfreak right here as 3 minutes remaining here in the second half of this uplink Biolab. We have Hysteria taking down Fighter, Dead's taking down Back-a-Beck as well, as you see them pushing on through. I was going to say pushing on through, but yeah, he's going to die as we have Shocks being able to take down one as Dead's going to be able to take down, and Alan looking over to try to reset this drone over. It is going to be Dead's picking up this drone for himself as well, rotating over onto blue. Going to be looking to decide to maybe go for a little bit of a different tactic. Going to go for a little bit of a jump. It did seem like the lag is real right now for him, as you can just see him there on that 3 bar. Is going to be trying to maybe go in for this drone. I mean, it might work with him on a perfect connection, but on this lag, he needs to think twice about it, and he does get taken down, unfortunately. There from that one. Shox is going to pick it up regardless. He's going to be able to go on in for another capture, making it 7 points to 3 right here. 2 minutes 13 still on the clock. I'm going to jump on board with Fighter as he's on that green catwalk, being able to pick off a kill there on 1. Looks for a kill on a second. He's only going to pick off the assist there as Buzzin picks up another kill as Fighter takes down Killer Pie. Going to be contested by 1 on 5 right there. Going to be able to pick off that kill as well. 3 streak there for him. But Buzzin, he's going to be on 5. No, Buzzin's going to die. I think I'll stick better to ignoring Buzzin's kill streaks, because last time I ignored it, he went on 11. So I think we'll continue on with that one as Shocks will be able to go on 4th and get another 2-point capture. This half is definitely more in their favor right here, Mindfreak, as they extend their lead 9 points to 3 right here in this game. Fighter going to be over onto the blue side of the map, of course, with the drone in hand. He's going to pass it over to the opposition as the opposition tries to do the same to him. He won't be able to make it in time. Bounces back off the contender again, lands right into his hands as well after that. Fighter was able to take him, then gets shut down by a second drone. It has been still located over onto this blue side as Buzzin passes it over to his teammate Deds. Deds will try to go in for that run-in. He does fall short a little bit as Hyde does have this drone for himself. Both Deds and Buzzin were taken down from there as Shocks will move on 4th for another 2-point capture. 11 points to 3 right here with 60 seconds remaining. That could be all she wrote here for IGnitionZ here in this map on Uplink Biolab, because Mindfreak is completely running circles right now, or what it seems has been happening for these 4 out of 5 minutes so far in this game. Either way, we will be seeing the guys from from Mindfreak, just buying a little bit of time here with the drone in hand. Of course, holding hands over onto this blue side. Players going to be contesting over through the windows. Gas containers being blown up as well. Players coming through the front. Hysteria will be the one to take him down. Moving on forward with the melee kill, will be able to take down one, but getting shut down by a second player. Big shocks as Killer Pie takes him down. The Hydra is going to be looking to move on forward. With 20 seconds remaining, 11-3 being the scoreline, it is looking like Mindfreak will be taking out that map and, of course, making it 2 rounds to 1, or 2 maps rather to 1 for themselves. Of course, being a best-of-5 series, they only need one more map to be able to secure themselves that victory for themselves. And I mean, for those watching the stream, who do you think will be taking this one out? Will it be Mindfreak? Will it be Ignitions? For a little bit of reference, map 4 here in the series will be a hard point once again, remember, and it will be a hard point on Solar. Now, if needed, it will go to a search and destroy on recovery. But that wraps up that map there for this one, as we will see that final round in a kill cam there by Dens, and it does seem like it's just as choppy as ever, as he will be able to take down Hydra. Of course, ending that one up with 33 kills and 18 deaths for himself. Of course, ended with a 2 streaks, with 1 uplink to his name, but 8 uplinks for his shocks. You always see him being that player to run them all in. But that wraps up that map. It is 2-1 in favor of Plantronics.Mindfreak. We've got Hardpoint Solar coming up next, so stay tuned.